Hi Natalie, it's Monday the 19th. It's officially the first day of break and I spent it working. Yes! You wanted me to do the book survey. The first question is, what books are you reading now? This, kind of. That's their history. And this. What do you currently have requested at the library? I have on hold something called Battle Royale. What's a bad book habit you have? Like you, I tend to read way too many books at once, and once I start doing that, if I leave a book behind and go back to it, I usually have to start over again, which makes me read books, the beginning of books, over and over and over again. What do you currently have checked out at the library? I have 2 books checked out. I have my Jeffrey by Paul Rudnick. I also have another book by Paul Rudnick out. Do you have an e-reader? I do not have an e-reader. I was really hesitant against it when it first came out. E-books and the e-readers and things like that I've seen are actually really cool. And they look like real pages. What's your reading comfort zone? And do you read outside of it? When I first heard your question, I thought that you meant, where do you read at? And I was like, well, of course my bed. It's the most comfortable place in the world. And then you gave your answer and I realized, oh, more like a type of book. I would say my reading comfort zone is probably fantasy because 1, super easy to read. 2, it's fun to read. 3, I've just always been drawn to it my whole life. I mean, the Harry Potter series is one of the reasons why I really started reading. Being in college means you have to read outside your comfort level, so, hey, you want to read this Harry Potter book? Nope, you get to read Dr. Faustus. Theater history is slowly sucking my soul out and replacing it with nothing. Yeah. Can you read on the bus? I could if I wanted to, if it was a short ride. What's your favorite place to read? I already said this, my bad. Do you lend books to people that I think will really, really like them and that I know I will get them back from? Do you dog-eat your books? No. Do you write in the margins? The only time that I will write in the margins of a book is if it's for school. What will inspire you to recommend a book? If I think that someone's gonna really like it, or if I just really want someone to talk to about it. Do you have a favorite genre? Toss up between fantasy and dystopian? What's a genre you rarely read? Nonfiction. Name a case when the hype around a book ruined it. This one. Right here. Oh, Twilight. You teach us new things every day. Like how to pick between a werewolf and a vampire. What's the most intimidating book you've ever read? It's one of those books that just completely portrays my bad habits and the fact that I have started and restarted this book I think about 6 times. Who's your favorite poet? Shakespeare. Do you keep your books organized? No. What makes you love a book? When you read a book, you have to have some type of connection. You love the story, but I think you love in the themes and the messages, even if you don't really consciously think about it when you're reading it. A lot of people sit down and read books anymore, and it really is sad because there are so many good books out there. Like The Fault in Our Stars, which just came out, and everybody should read it. And I'm so sorry for putting spoilers in my last video. I didn't mean to. I was going to find a silly survey to answer in response to your serious survey, your, like, literal survey. But, yeah, I'm too lazy for that. So I decided I am just going to lay down the rules for our video series since we haven't really done that yet. 1, we have to make a video at least once a week, and that's, I'm going to say, since we're so busy, it has to be a week from your own last video. So if I made my video today, Monday, that means that by next Monday, I have to have another video up. 2, you must mention one thing that you learned either that day or since you made your last video. I should tell you what I learned today. The Segway died because he drove one off a cliff. That's just sad. I just feel like you should know there's a cliff there, and you shouldn't be driving a Segway by a cliff. Or anything by a cliff. Just stay away from cliffs. Don't do drugs. Rule number 3. is that simply, it's an enforcer rule. You don't follow the other two, you get punished. I will see you next time. I'm essentially sitting home alone having a dance party in my living room talking about Twilight. This is not how I imagined my first day of spring break going.